Working Interferences is intended for mature audiences. Since the hosts never grew up, someone needs to be the adult. Welcome to Working Interferences with Josh and Lance, the dental advice podcast for the average dentist. Here is Josh and Lance.
Bros, what is up? Welcome to the Working Interferences podcast, a dental advice show. I'm Joshua Austin.
And I am Lance Timmerman.
What's going on, guys? It's me, Jarrett, from your favorite band, Bowling for Soup, and this is a message for Josh and Lance that your podcast, Working Interferences, really sucks.
Wakanda forever.
Yeah, it's a hot one.
Jesus Christ.
Like 7 inches from the midday sun. It's warm there, huh? What happened? Global warming? What's going on?
Something like that. My carbon footprint is fucking it all up.
My favorite comedian, Neil Brennan, has said that if you don't drive an electric car, you hate the environment. So
okay. Fuck the spotted owl.
I'm not so much worried about the spotted owl. I'm worried about the human beings.
And them too.
When it's 108 degrees in Seattle and I think 110 in Portland, even hotter.
Portland's usually about 10 hotter. We got up to 114. It was Palm Springs. It was, except for we got all this humidity. And so it's just.
Yeah, so it's not Palm Springs. It's the fucking desert of Guatemala.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah. So what's happening? Is this this is like a all-time record heat wave, huh?
Yeah. I don't know what. I mean, we got the warning last week. Oh, it's going to be hot this weekend. Yeah. Way to bury the lead there. It was undersold. It was, and we had little portable air conditioning units, but my daughter's in a little studio with nothing, so I had to take one of my ACs and take it over to her place yesterday to at least let her get a good night's sleep.
And how far is that?
12 miles. She's downtown.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right. I had to look up the lyrics to "Smooth" to opening lyric. I mean, I knew. Yeah, it's a hot one. I didn't know the next part of it. And the next line is like 7 inches from the midday sun. And I feel like that's a little bit of a tell from Rob Thomas. Like that's a weird number to put in there. Like what exactly is 7 inches? And
I'm why am I so jealous? That's
6 inches I would get. Like that's all right. That's half a foot. That's like sort of a round number. 7 is weird. It's a oddly weird specific. Tell. It's a weird number to put in there. Maybe they needed the 2 syllables, I guess. 7 like 7 inches, but I don't know. It's weird.
That is
so it's starting to break a little bit. You said today it was cooler.
Yeah, 25 degrees less. It was 85.
Okay. Yesterday you were broiling and I was outside grilling and it was like 82.
Oh, really?
And this was, and you were like dying. So we sort of reversed, we Freaky Friday'd our weather.
We certainly did. Yeah.
Which we have, central AC everywhere here, so we can, kind of handle it a little bit.
Yeah, I told my wife, I said, remember we had in a house central AC, and you would complain even on a hot day how cold it was downstairs? She just gave me...
And she forgot about that, huh?
Yeah. I think to quote her, fuck you. So.
I can hear her saying that, actually.
Yeah.
I've never met her in real life, but I can still hear her saying
Pretty sure you could hear that. Yeah, one.
I went to Milwaukee last weekend. That's why we didn't have a show last week, because I was in Milwaukee for a good bit of the week.
Did you schmazel?
I didn't, because I don't know what the fuck that is, because I'm not 100.
Okay. Yeah.
I know it's some show from the 70s, yeah?
Yeah, followed Happy Days, a show called Laverne and Shirley. And they worked at Schatz Brewery.
We did do a river cruise, and I did see the Fonzie statue, like from afar.
Okay.
Because it's like right on the river.
Yeah, I saw that last summer. We were in Milwaukee for a day, and got a selfie with Fonzie.
I was in Milwaukee for more than that. I went to go visit one of my favorite dental companies, Vista Apex, who is headquartered in Racine, Wisconsin. which was made famous from A League of Their Own with their
right.
girls baseball team prowess. I believe Kit played for the Racine Yellow Jackets.
Ladybugs?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think. I don't know.
Sounds good.
But we spent most of our time in Milwaukee. They actually put us up at a really nice hotel, and the Atlanta Hawks were staying there.
All right.
Which was cool for their series with the Bucks. And Trae Young, who is the superstar for the Hawks, he's listed at 6'1". I'm gonna break news. I think he's more like 5'10".
Really?
I'm 6'2", and I was a good 3 inches taller than him. Very slight man, not big, not probably 5'10", 170 pounds would be my guess. But crushed it in game 1. Had a little tougher game 2, and now tonight I saw he's out for game 4.
That's unfortunate.
But we got a nice tour of the Vista Apex factory and their whole campus, I guess I would say, and then had some other events with them. And then Andrea came into town on late Friday night. We went to a Brewers game on Saturday, and
oh, hey, you got your ball in your hands.
Got a foul ball, which is good. First inning. I can't remember if it was the bottom of the first or top of the first, but
very cool.
Little roller rolled off over to by the dugout. We're sitting right by the dugout.
Is it sticky?
No, it's not, thankfully, because that seems to be a big deal. I think was it a pitcher for Seattle pulled his pants down?
Oh, I didn't see that one, but the first one ever ejected for sticky substance was Mariner.
Sticky stuff.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah,
of course. Ball rolled over. One of the guys in the dugout picked it up. Saw Andrea, threw the ball. So
hey, ball's the ball.
Yeah, hey, I'll take it. A foul ball's a foul ball. So goes into the collection. Great ballpark, really nice ballpark. I was very impressed. It's one of we're down to 5. And
nice.
I'm not counting the Rangers Park because we haven't been to the new Rangers Park technically, but it's Arizona, Cincinnati, Philadelphia, at the new Atlanta Park, and Miami. Those are the 5 left.
Awesome.
I enjoyed Milwaukee. Food was great. Cheese curds.
Yeah.
Brats, Polishes.
Big fan.
All that was good. Good. They had Leinenkugel on tab on draft at every every stand, so it wasn't just like your Bud Light, Miller Lite garbage.
Right.
I thought it was great. Now, I don't know if it's because I haven't been to a game in 18 fucking months.
Well,
that it's sort of
might have something to do with
it. It's like,
it.
hey, this is awesome. But it was nice. I enjoyed it. It was a good game. It's good to be back in the stadium and the sights and the smells and the sounds and all of it. So awesome. It was good. It was good. And the Brewers, as of a couple years ago, went back to what I think is the greatest logo in all of sports. The Brewers logo.
The mitt? Or with that?
Yeah, the mitt. Well, it's if you look at it, it's an M and a B. So it's the Milwaukee Brewers, but it's also a baseball and a baseball glove, and it's just fucking uncanny design. It's amazing. It's the best logo in all the game.
Those fuckers.
They got Bernie the Brewer up there, who takes a slide down the slide whenever somebody hits a home run.
Yeah.
And then they've got this like Keg Man, who kind of looks like the Tin Man from the fucking
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz, but he's made out of a keg of beer, which is cool. Right. So I guess he's just hammered all the time. He's just loaded with beer.
Did you realize that's another team that I'm supposed to hate? Because
you hate the Brewers? Because they were the Seattle Pilots?
Yeah, fuckers.
So the Seattle gets a Pilots. They play there for like a year, right?
Single season. Lou Piniella was Rookie of the Year.
Okay, and then they leave to Milwaukee. So what are we talking, 74?
Like 71. Yeah.
71. And then when do the Mariners come in?
77.
Okay, so you're without a team for 4 years or so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you get the Mariners expansion team.
Came with Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always wondered like what the deal was with 1 year. Like I don't understand why a team would be in a city for 1 year.
Yeah, I never really understood. It was Bud Selig's being a dick, and so he can go rot in hell. So
I'm sure he will. I'm sure that he will. I remember the Seattle Pilots had a cool hat that had it was blue, like navy blue with a yellow S, but it had scrambled eggs on the bill. You know what I'm talking about? Like I
don't remember that one.
It's like from the Air Force or the Navy or something like that. Like the officers have that like yellow leafing on the bill of their cap.
Okay.
They call that scrambled eggs as a shorthand or whatever, and the pilots had that on their hats.
All right.
And so I see those in vintage shops, vintage hat shops that we all know that I like to visit.
Frequent.
So,
yeah.
Yes. So good hat for the pilots. But hey, Milwaukee needed a team,
They do.
and you guys got a team, so
It worked out.
all's well that's ends well.
Yeah, maybe
and you guys have had obviously.
Maybe someday I'll be an NBA fan again if we ever get somebody here for me to read.
Well, I mean, you guys have had an illustrious track record of success since the Mariners came to town.
Yeah,
so,
it's all good. It's
and the Brewers. It's not like they've torn up the league.
no,
so
but they had a cup of coffee in the final. So was it?
They made it to the World Series in like '83,
Yeah.
maybe '84,
Yep.
like Robin Yount.
Yeah.
That time I can't name it. Paul Molitor.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, it's not like it's not like the Cleveland Browns when they go to Baltimore and then just literally immediately win a Super Bowl. So
Yeah, it wasn't quite the same story. Not quite.
Doing Shamford Psyche tomorrow on CE Zoom.
All right.
Yeah. So by the time this is out, it'll have already happened. But I think you could go to CE Zoom and sign up for it and do it.
Oh yeah.
On delay if you wanted to. I think I think it'll be evergreen on there.
Okay.
If I remember correctly.
I'll have to check that out.
I wrote several weeks ago. I wrote a new closing story for that, and so I'm doing that for the first time.
Okay.
And when I sent it to Mike, he said, and I'm going to try to quote him, but it's going to be a paraphrasing. Holy fuck, that made me laugh and cry at the same time. That's the best thing you've ever written.
All right.
So that made me feel good.
Awesome.
So tomorrow will be the first time I ever get to actually see if it translates to spoken word from written.
Right.
And see how it goes. And I'm going to LA next weekend, the weekend after the 4th, to meet up with Mike and to write and to sort of hammer out that story. And then I need a new opening story on my iTero program. So we'll see kind of what this looks like tomorrow versus what it looks like in a couple weeks after Mike and I have tooled around with it for a little bit. So
all right.
It's if you want to see it, you're going to see that story.
For sure.
I hate to say it, but it's I don't know like what kind of zone I was in, like Jordan versus Portland in that game too in '92, and it just like throwing my hands up in the air because I was in the fucking zone when I wrote it.
Okay.
So we'll see. I don't know if it'll translate at all to spoken word, but
yeah, we'll see. Well,
I don't know. We'll find out.
I'll let you know.
I think it'll be good. So go check out cezoom.com for that. I think you search for my name and you could find it.
I searched you the other day. All I got was a bunch of Pornhub links. So I don't know what the...
Yeah, well, I mean, those are... stepsisters got to get caught in something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it happens. We've all
Lance,
been there.
this is an advice show.
I don't think it is.
We answer your questions. Graham's going crazy. I don't know what's going on. We answer questions on all those neat little dental Facebook groups. We answer questions from Reddit. I was hoping he would bark right there.
Yeah, bitch.
We strive to help dentists and dental team members their own unique brand of advice. So please, we need your questions. They're the sustenance we crave. You can submit your questions to workinginterferences@gmail.com. Now, we don't want a bunch of boring questions, do we, Lance?
Fuck no.
We don't want a bunch of boring questions like, what's the best ballpark ever? Because we all know that the first post-COVID ballpark is the greatest ballpark of all time. We want the questions that Gordon Christensen cannot answer. Who do you think Gordon Christensen is a baseball fan of? Who do you think is Gordon's team?
Colorado Rockies.
You think the Rockies?
Now, everybody in Utah is fans of Colorado stuff. It's just because they got nobody local.
Isn't he from Los Angeles?
Oh, I don't know.
He spent a good amount of time in LA, it feels like. Wasn't he a chapter president or
he was a
something
mission
like that
president.
in LA?
Yeah, LA, gosh, 10 years
Okay,
ago?
so I was thinking maybe he's a Dodgers fan.
He could be.
But then he went to Pros at UW. Where did he go to dental school?
Yeah, that I don't know. Maybe both.
I think he went to USC.
Okay. That's not,
So maybe he's a Mariners. He's either a Mariners fan or a Dodgers fan. I just don't picture Gordon sporting a purple CR hat. Although it's Colorado Rockies, clinicians report, Citron correlation. Maybe so.
There might be something.
Maybe he is a Rockies fan. I don't know. I don't picture Gordon wearing a lot of purple for some reason. But I guess he went to UW for pros.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I just don't know Gordon that well.
I guess
I need to spend some more time.
I guess you do.
Listener Garrett asks, Benco List. What the fuck, boys? So we haven't gotten to it. No. It came out a couple weeks ago. Yeah. We've actually had several people ask us about it. We've done it every year.
Yeah.
I guess this means we got to fucking do it again.
I guess so. When you set a precedent, you screwed yourself.
Yeah. It is free content for us, basically.
It is.
Let us not forget the first time that we did it, that they wrote that blog article about us where they made fun of us.
Uh-huh. Well, it is what it is. That's
Well, I mean, they were sort of defending their honor.
Yeah, I don't blame them. I would have thrown shade too. I mean,
so this is the 5th annual 32 most influential people in dentistry. Assuming they do 32 because there's 32 teeth.
It sounds about right.
But again, I think that means that those last 4, we got to take them out. Mm-hmm. We got to just take them out and have an oral surgeon get rid of them.
Fuck yeah.
If we're doing this right. This 5th annual, this is their article says by Geraldine Forsyth, Mackenzie Kupchik, and Melanie Perez. I say Melanie because there's 2 L's in it. So very obviously between Geraldine, Mackenzie, and Melanie with 2 L's. Very obviously a millennial group here writing this. So we're going to have a millennial deal here. 32 most influential people in dentistry. Now, if you look at the article, which you can find online, you search for Benco Incisal Edge magazine, and you'll just pick the one that says the 32 most influential people in dentistry on the cover. If you go to its page 21, I'm sorry. It has these little icons. So there's 5 different icons. There's a light bulb. That's for innovator. There's a megaphone. That's for influencer. Which isn't the fucking list, the 32 most influential people. Shouldn't everyone have that?
It sounds about right, yeah.
But no, there's 5. One is innovator. One is influencer. Then there's one that's like a building, and that means the establishment. Then there is a shopping cart, which is direct to consumer. And then there's like a gear, like half of a gear, and the other half looks like spokes coming off of the gear, and that's administrator. So those are the 5 different, I guess, categories you can go through. And then under that, there's a subcategories that says trajectory during the pandemic. And so it has a little illustrated coronavirus, not lying, with an arrow up in it. I guess that means their trajectory is pointed up during the pandemic. A coronavirus, the arrow down in it for down, and then a coronavirus with 2 arrows going left to right, which I guess is, holding steady. So that's the cover, or that's all the categories you need to know for this. So are we ready to get into this list, Lance?
Maybe. I'm still trying to find. All I ever Google, I keep coming up with past years, but not the current.
So do you want me to start at 1, or do you want to and count up to 32, or do you want to start at 32 and count down to 1?
We should probably do 32 down to 1 because we, I think previously started at 1 and went down.
All right, so we'll work backwards. Do we want to do the 16 that are, quote, on the cusp? We can do these. We do these quick.
Probably, yeah. Buzz through those.
Mike Baird, CEO of Henry Schein 1. I don't know what 1 is. I don't know what that is. Like, how is that different from the main Henry Schein guy?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I don't know. Viraj Desai, COO of Swish Dental. Cool. I mean, it's a DSO of, they have 10 locations in Austin. Glad that they're on the cusp.
Yeah.
Simone Ellis and McKinney Joy Vega, they're co-founders of the Smile Design Society. I mean, I would hope that would forebode that smile design is really important, which means that Christian Coachman should be on the list.
You would.
I don't know what the Smile Design Society is. I've never heard of it. So we'll, I guess, see if Coachman ends up on this list. William Gianoble, Dean of Harvard School of Dental Medicine. All I know about Harvard School of Dental Medicine is that it kind of sucks.
That's all I've heard, but I don't know anything.
Yeah. So you're not that important, dude. Make a better dental school. The last thing I heard was that nobody who graduates from Harvard Dental School is a GP. They all specialize because their GP education is pretty terrible. Florian Hillen, founder and CEO of Videa Health. It says that Videa Health is trying to bring artificial intelligence into the dental operatory, seeking its algorithmic help to ensure earlier, more accurate diagnosis of oral disease for every patient. Cool, I guess. Layla Haishaw, founder of Diversity in Dentistry. I don't know exactly what that is and what they try to do.
Does that just mean but more she's woke? And
which is fine, cool, but I
mean, Spark changed.
Have not heard of it.
Yeah, a lot of things.
I've not heard of it, and I've not heard of her, and she's in the top 50 basically here.
Exactly.
Wow. Wardia Inem, CEO of Overjet. She was number 22 last year, so she took a precipitous fall. Yeah. Again, artificial intelligence, which it's to help DSO practices help their affiliated practices improve performance. Laura Kelly, CEO of Microdental and Modern Laboratories, which that seems like it's a cool deal.
Yeah, I want to cruise with her. Well,
she's a past president of the AACD. So yeah, cool.
I like her. She's nice.
Sherry Lipinski, founder and CEO of Armor Dental. The thing I know about Armor Dental is that they made this item that was you hold it with one hand, it covered up your extraction socket so that you could brush your teeth around it. So that's a super innovator right there. Marv Nelson, president of ADEC. Yeah, all right.
Sure.
I have no problem with that. I mean, it's not,
I got
ADEC is ADEC.
I got ADEC everywhere in my office, so it's
Yeah, they're right down the road from you, right? Yeah. They're in Oregon.
Yeah, if you ever go down, you got to stay at the Allison Inn and go tour their place, and then do a bunch of wine tasting of all the Pinot.
Nice.
Yeah.
Crystal Maria, dentist rapper. I'm just going to read this. Unquestionably a unique double threat. Dr. Maria, a practicing dentist in Washington, D.C., has also released 15 singles and featured on 8 albums by others since launching her music career in 2017. She hopes to inspire young women, she notes, by showing them that it's possible to pursue higher education and still be a creative force. Her Spotify profile tells a tale. She lets the vibe of the beat and her feelings guide her pen. Got to let the vibe guide it, Lance.
Kind of cool.
You're gonna love this one.
Jesus Christ.
Keanor Shah, dentist entrepreneur. He's the founder of the International Extraction Academy. And he's the man behind the Global Summits Institute, a peer-to-peer organization that works to harness the power of top doctors worldwide. His secret, persistence.
Is that what that is?
Cord Staler, Chief Technology Officer, Dentsply Sirona. Yeah.
Okay.
No issue with that. No. Chris Steven Villanueva, founder and CEO of MB2 Dental. Yeah, I don't know. Sit down. You're not that big a deal. Yeah. Let's see here. Marvin Terrell, founder and CEO of the Divergent Dental Group. It's another DSO.
Another DSO.
And Andy Zylis, president of Cantel Dental, which is the Hugh Freedy group, which is Crosstex, Hugh Freedy, all those companies. How is he behind a rapper?
Yeah, that's. Okay.
And Keanor Shah.
Just be careful what you say.
All right, number 32. The leader of labs, Tom Dalton, CEO of National Dentex Labs. He's new on the list. He's a influencer, apparently, according to his little icon, and he's sideways during COVID. So there's no change.
Okay.
I just all right, so if this guy's up here, where's the fucking Glidewell guy?
Well, maybe he's coming.
I hope so. I mean, this guy can't be above Glidewell.
Fuck, better not.
I don't know. And it does have an article about how the dentist politicians are all out off the list.
Yeah, that was...
Which I hope would be because of Paul Gosar. It does say this. One additional complicating factor. Representative Gosar seems to have cast his lot, for now at least, with the insurrectionist wing of the GOP. In mid-April, he produced a 30-page official response to a House Democrat who had called for an ethics investigation, claiming that Representative Gosar had helped incite the Capitol riot, which he did. Paul Gosar, you're a massive piece of shit. I hope that you have diarrhea that never ends. You're a horrible, horrible reflection of the dental profession. Know this, Gosar's report said, I have never instigated violence. I have no criminal record of any type. Yeah, you were kind of on the stage out there riling people up. Well, November of 2022 is just around the bend. Don't we all deserve a break from the partisan fray for just a moment? Indeed we do. Doctors, you've been booted from our list. Take a fucking hike, Paul Gosar, you tremendous piece of shit. Sorry, I just had to get a dig in on Paul Gosar. I fucking hate that guy.
All right.
Number 31, Kendall Jenner and Sean Neff. Kendall Jenner is the co-founder of Moon Oral Care. I feel like that's 75th on her resume, don't you?
Yeah. I mean...
Co-developer of the Kendall Jenner teeth whitening pen.
I love people that do no developing, yet claim development.
Yeah.
Just by throwing money around.
She's in the fucking lab, trying to figure out what mix of hydrogen peroxide and I don't know, fucking aloe vera medium or whatever it is, glycerin or whatever is the best. She just has on a fucking lab coat and some safety goggles, and she's just writing it all out, doing the equations. Yeah. Sean Neff, co-founder of Moon Oral Care, co-developer of the Kendall Jenner teeth whitening pen. I just hope these two are just fucking just in the lab, man. Just Oh,
he was studying marketing at Brigham Young University. Huh. Just like the other dude that started.
Yeah, just like your bro Tyler Brady, your fellow alumni Tyler Brady.
Piece of shit.
Since its inception, Neff Headwear, whose slogan is #ForeverFun, has become beloved in skate culture. He sold his highly profitable business to apparel company Mad Engine in 2017. It was named Chief Creative Officer of the company. So it sounds like he's really taking a fucking step down here.
I think so.
It's a whitening pen.
Yeah.
You had a big time skatewear operation, and now you're you're designing a whitening pen with Kendall fucking Jenner. Way to go, Sean. The oral care aisle was the ugliest, he said. These big blue and green bottles, the same toothpaste I've seen since I was a kid. I thought, wow, what an opportunity to come in there and make a product that looks beautiful. I don't know when he went on a fucking oral care aisle, because that's not what it looks like. It's got the oral care aisle is full of all this bullshit now.
Yeah.
It's full of it. No one gives a fuck. No one wants to buy Kendall Jenner shit. This is just why Kendall Jenner should not be on this fucking list.
No.
This is like, do you remember on The Simpsons when Krusty the Clown would make some bullshit product?
Yeah.
It's like one of 5 million other things that have Krusty the Clown on it. That's Kendall Jenner.
Exactly. She just doesn't.
She's fucking Krusty the Clown. She put her name on anything.
Yeah.
Why is she on this fucking list?
The self-made billionaire. Yeah, you didn't self-make anything.
No, there's nothing that's self-made. Nothing. No. Nothing.
Not about her.
Your tits aren't even self-made. like you didn't make those yourself. You had help on that. Yeah. You had help on the whole fucking thing. It's not just your it's not just your breasts, it's not just your ass, it's your face as well. Like the whole thing. It's like just the meme of old Kendall Jenner versus new Kendall Jenner. You're not ugly, you're just poor. Take her off this fucking list, Benco. She doesn't need to be here. There's other more deserving people.
Yeah.
Number 30, the safety guru, Michelle Lee. Last year she was number 19, but her little coronavirus is arrow up. She's the executive director of the Organization for Safety, Asepsis, and Prevention, OSAP. The one organization, like if you had to power rank the like cocktail parties you wanted to be at,
yeah,
the fucking OSAP has got to be at the bottom of the list. Like there's a bunch of unfun people who have got to just be a tough hang. Just that's what it should say. Tough hang, Michelle Lee, because she is a tough fucking hang. I can just tell. I can tell by everything about it. How do you go from being 19 to 30 in a COVID year when you are Organization for Safety, Asepsis, and Prevention by being a tough fucking hang? That's how.
Yeah, if you go from 19 to 30, why is the arrow going up?
Yeah, I don't understand. I do not understand. I just, like, again, where's the fucking pile of dead bodies that makes this organization worthwhile? If there were a pile of dead bodies of people who had died from going to the dentist because of unsafe practices, then let's bring homegirl on, and she's on the list.
Yeah,
I've yet to hear of a single fucking case of COVID that happened because of a dental.
We all know the sloppy ones, and yet they still didn't transmit it.
Yeah, everything was fine. It seemed like everybody was all right. Yeah. 29, Anton Wolf, CEO of Argin. She makes a bunch of alloys, but they also have
refiners.
Really come into the zirconia, like the 4Y zirconia is their sort of bailiwick. Is that sort of middle road between the aesthetic zirconia and the old school like Bruxer, opaque stuff.
Yeah,
the
more
4Y
brawn than
Argin
beauty.
is a good. Yeah, exactly. So they made one that's almost as strong as that, but looks better. Mm-hmm. My lab uses it a lot on premolars. If you need it,
gotcha.
If you need zirconia on a premolar, you can't do Emax, then they would use like an Argin 4Y.
Gotcha.
Zirconia. So yeah, cool.
Right.
He's neutral during COVID, and he is a light bulb.
Light bulb.
What is that? I forget what the light bulb is.
Light bulb is the innovator. Yeah.
28, Simon Iniver, founder and CEO of Quip. So he's up. His coronavirus is up, and he's a direct to consumer. I don't know. I know a lot of people that hate Quip. I don't know. They make shitty toothbrushes and they charge like $30 for it.
Yeah, I don't hate. I just think there's better.
I don't know why he's on this fucking list.
Yeah, that seems awfully high, lofty to be that far with.
It says the direct to consumer disruptor. Like, is he? What's he disrupting? Besides, like, advertising on a bunch of podcasts that aren't ours. Simon, hey, we'll take your money, buddy.
Fuck yeah.
We'll take your money. We'll take all your advertising money. Mm-hmm. We'll do it here. I'll fillet you on this show, and Quip. Like, no, I will deep throat a Quip on this show like nobody's business. Like, just send us some of that cheddar, Simon. Come on. Yeah. Then you'll deserve to be on the list to sponsor the show. Yeah. 27, Betty Johnson, Vice President and CEO, General Manager, or Vice President and General Manager of Care Credit. She is coronavirus up, and she is establishment.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean she's running Care Credit. That seems to be a pretty big deal.
Yeah, there's better, but okay.
Yeah, but I mean they're the biggest.
They're big. It's
massive. Like, and they're not just dental.
Right. Yeah.
That plastics, derm, any of those, and any elective stuff like that. All Care Credit driven. They're the OG in that.
Yeah.
You may use Compassionate or I don't know.
Green Sky or Alpheon.
Green Sky. Yeah, whatever. But I mean Care Credit's like they're the ones that sort of, if they didn't exist, none of that other shit would exist.
Probably.
Eric Shirley, 26, Eric Shirley, president of Patterson Dental. He's COVID neutral. He's establishment. Yeah, I mean, whoever is the president of Patterson is on this list.
Okay.
Whoever's the president of Shine is on this fucking list, I don't have any problem with that.
Sure.
They are obviously huge players in the game. They obviously, swing things, all over the place with their ability to promote certain products and charge certain things and all sorts of stuff. I love this one. This is my favorite one so far. and probably my favorite one on this whole list. Number 25, the clinician and critic Sabia Bunnick, CEO and editor-chief of Dental Advisor. I love Sabia. She's an amazing person. I am so glad that she's on this list. I am proud of her. I need to reach out to her to tell her how proud I am of her being on this list. This is awesome. These are the kind of people that need to be on this list, not fucking Kendall Jenner.
Right.
Sabia is an amazing, amazing person. I'm privileged to say that she's my friend.
Sweet.
Do you know Sabia at all?
I do not.
She's awesome. It's awesome.
Cool.
24, the nation's doctor, Vivek Murthy, Surgeon General of the United States. He's COVID up, and he is an administrator. I don't like. Does the Surgeon General influence dentistry at all?
That's what I'm trying to figure. Maybe because of COVID? Maybe.
I mean, he is COVID up, but like, the Surgeon General released this. Let me read that because it's going to affect my practice.
Right.
I don't know as if that's ever happened. I'm not saying he's not influential. Like, he's obviously influential in medicine, but I just don't like.
Maybe just indirectly because dentistry kind of follows the trends of medicine and such.
I guess. But just like 24. I don't know. I feel like I can name. I just don't. I don't know. I've never like hung on like, oh, this fucking Surgeon General report's coming out next week. I can't wait to read it.
Well,
I don't know as if the Surgeon General report's ever mentioned dentistry. And if it has, it's never been important enough for me to read it.
Yeah.
I do have a Surgeon General story though.
Oh.
When I was in high school, C. Everett Koop came and visited my high school.
Wow.
I was like a junior or senior, I can't remember which, and I got detention like 2 days before for, I'm sure I mouthed off or said some shit.
It happens. That's weird. Really? You?
I may have been vaping in the bathroom.
Okay.
It's fucking 2 decades before vapes existed. So my punishment was that I had to sweep the parking lot like the day before C. Everett Koop came.
Wow.
So I had to sweep the fucking parking lot.
Did you get to meet him?
I mean, I saw him.
Okay.
He had that weird like mustacheless beard.
Yeah, that's a tough look.
That's a weird. Like, are you Amish or are you the Surgeon General? You can't be both.
Uh-huh.
It's a weird facial hair choice for the Surgeon General. Like, it's either.
He's trying to bring him back.
It's either all or nothing.
Yeah, he's trying to be an influencer. Bringing it back.
Again, it's like the time I asked, like, what if Stanley Malamed was a thirst trap? What if C. Everett Koop would just posted nothing but filtered selfies? Just nothing would make me happier. Number 23. The Market Observer. Jeff Johnson, Senior Research Analyst, Medical Technology, Robert W. Baird Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Oh.
Last year, he was 28.
Okay.
I didn't say. So Sabia's new this year. Vivek Murthy is new. Last year, Jeff was 28. He's climbed up 5 spots, even though he's COVID neutral. I guess I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know how he actually influences dentistry.
Yeah.
Like, what does he do that changes what I do? To me, that's influence. What does he say that changes the way I do anything in my practice?
Because of virtual, the Zoom meetings, Zoom. Yeah, I don't know. Trying to figure out what he would do that has.
I mean, is he talking about like market stuff, like talking in like people investing in stuff, which is, again, I don't know. I don't feel like reading this.
No,
I
skimmed
a lot of buzzwords.
I hated it. So
a lot of buzzwords. Yeah. Again, I've never heard his name. Never heard of Robert W. Baird and Company. Uh-huh. He's climbing up the list. He's 23. I feel like I could name 23 people 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 people ahead of him that I do know influence what I do on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway. 22. The original dental media mogul, Howard Ferran. Last year, number 8, COVID down. COVID down.
You would think that
he's been a mainstay on the list.
If everybody was holed up last year and we're on our computer a lot, you would think that he would be a little bit more, he would go up.
Yeah. I mean, again, two people who I love Howard Ferran.
Yeah.
That's Mike Natola, and that's Gina Dorfman.
Yeah.
They both, like Mike, the way that I follow Mike around, Mike did to Howard when Mike was young, and Howard was
top dog,
doing big stages.
Right.
I don't want to say Howard Ferran is the Alex Jones of dentistry. It's not quite like that's not an entirely fair comparison. He's kind of the Joe Rogan of dentistry.
Yeah, certainly
because there's like Rogan bros, right? Like there are Rogan bros who just fucking listen to everything Joe Rogan says, right?
Yeah.
And they plan their days around the podcast. It's fucking 3.5 hours long. And he's always doing stuff. He's MMA stuff and all of that. Howard seems like that to me. There's like a small percentage of people who are just fucking gung-ho for Howard, the same way that there's a small percentage of people who are just fucking gung-ho for Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
So I'd say Howard Ferran is the Joe Rogan of dentistry.
Yeah, that's
that
fair.
being said, I feel like 22 is selling him short.
Same. Certainly maybe not 8 like last year, but dropping to 22 is a bit
He's
far.
definitely more influential than anybody we've had on this list so far.
Yeah. Well, maybe the list is just getting better. That's why.
We'll see. Number 21, the access facilitator, Denise Therese Koch, the dean of Lincoln Memorial Dental School in Knoxville, Tennessee. I didn't know they had a dental school there.
Yeah, it's news to me.
Oh, it's because it hasn't opened yet. It opens in the fall of 2022.
Oh, okay.
So we're talking about a dental school that's opening in a small city in Appalachia that hasn't opened yet. It's opening in a year. And here we are. She's new this year to the list. She's COVID neutral, but here she is, just popping in right above Howard.
Above Howard. Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know who she is. She's got 2 first names and then the last name of Koch, which is great. But it's like Koch, Koch,
Yeah.
so I don't know if it's Koch or Koch.
Always go with Koch.
I try to.
Yeah. It's a good rule to live by.
The 21, really? Okay. Oh, I wonder if these two are related. Number 20, the Shine standout, Jonathan Koch, Senior Vice President and CEO of Global Dental Group, Henry Schein, Melville, New York. Last year, he was one to watch, but he is COVID down. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
All right, so he's the Senior VP and CEO of Henry Schein, something or other. Okay, again, whoever that person is, you could put Scooby-Doo as the fucking CEO of Patterson or Schein and just stick him on the list. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, that's real.
19, the Glidewell aide-de-camp, Greg Minzenmeyer, Chief Operating Officer, Glidewell Laboratories. Okay. So there we go. There's our Glidewell guy.
That makes sense.
23 last year. This year, 19, COVID up. Okay. He's establishment. Yeah, I mean, Glidewell, has changed the lab business for
really
everybody, and everybody's chasing them a little to a certain extent. So, I think, and if not, maybe higher.
Sure.
If not, maybe even higher. 18, the Smile Director, David Katzman, CEO of Smile Direct Club, Nashville, Tennessee. Now, last year it was not listed, but I feel like we've had different. It was just a different Smile Direct Club CEO, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was a different one. And love them or hate them, they're certainly influencing us. So yeah.
So this son, along with Alex Fennell are the ones who founded Smile Direct Club.
Okay.
So little boys, little at-home aligner boys start a business and then have to ask their daddy to help them out with it. So
okay, that makes sense.
You, David Katzman. Fuck Smile Direct Club. Fuck Jordan Katzman. Fuck Alex Fennell. Finkel, whatever.
Yeah.
Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn. I don't know. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all right in the ass. I don't like any of you. I don't like your company. Your company sucks. You can't do orthodontics without fucking buttons and IPR. Can't do it without periodontal assessment. You can't do it without occlusal assessment and occlusal equilibration at the end. You guys can all get fucked with a dick the size of an elephant's. Number 17, the man in the foxhole, Casey Hannon, Director, Division of Oral Health, the CDC's National Center for Chronic Disease Prevention and Health Promotion. Last year, he was number 3. Even though it says he's COVID up, this motherfucker took the roller coaster down.
14 dropped 14.
That's a took one on the chin from like Little Rock, Arkansas, or something like that. You know, like from a Division II school lost.
Right.
You know, big Division power lost to a Division II school next week. They're 3, and then now they're 17.
Yeah, that's about right. I mean, he definitely influenced it. I mean, he was CDC. We love him or hate him or agree with him or not. We all were.
No doubt. He should probably be higher than that even now because the CDC is still making policy that influences what we do. So I certainly believe I'm certainly believe he should be on the list, and probably even higher. I can't believe they put him next to Smile Direct Club. That's a tough look for Casey. Casey is some of that stink is rubbing off. Number 16. The DSO Old Pro Trio, Rick Workman, Robert Fontana, Steve Thorne of Heartland, Aspen, and PDS, respectively. 16 this year, last year 12. COVID neutral. They are the establishment, which is kind of wild because not that long ago, the DSO people would have been like, you know, the crazy innovators or whatever. These guys should be higher. I always think these guys, these are perennial top teners, in my opinion. Yeah. These guys, especially, I mean, I don't know any of the other ones specifically. I know Steve Thorne a little bit. He's a fucking genius. And he should be higher on the list.
Fair enough.
Number 15, the key education and opinion leaders.
There you go.
Gordon Christensen, John Coyce, Frank Spear, together again.
Yes.
Tied together again. They are COVID neutral. Last year 14, this year 15. Again, I'm pissed off that they're in the fucking middle of this list, and they should be way higher. I hope we have some big fucking guns coming out that are higher than these guys, because these guys to me are top 5. Even if you broke them out individually, they're top 5. What any of these 3 guys says changes what happens in dentist operatories around the country.
Overnight.
Basically, I mean, it's if Gordon says something in CR, it gets quickly adapted. You know, Coyce has his group of people. Spear has his. These are the guys. These are the guys. I've told people this, so there's no such thing as a fucking influencer in dentistry unless your name is Gordon Christensen, John Coyce, or Frank Spear. Those are the only 3. And I would include Greg Kenzer on that just because of he's kind of, doing a little bit more than Frank. But that's it. Those are the 3/4. Those are, anybody in dentistry who says they're an influencer that does not have those names are lying. Just lying. They're lying to you. Number 13, I missed one. I'm sorry. Number 14, the man with the insurance plan, James Wells, in parentheses. He goes by Wells as his first name, Wells Hutchinson, President and CEO of Delta Dental Plans, Oak Brook, Illinois. What did we tell our friends at Smile Direct Club to get fucked?
Go fuck themselves.
No, you should get fucked, James.
Fuck right off.
Wells.
Fuck yourself right in your own ass.
You go by the name Wells Hutchison.
Fucking stupid.
That's like the most. That sounds like a name from that TV show Secession. It's like the most like waspy name. Hello, Wells Hutchison here for a party of 4. Fuck yourself, Wells. You and Delta can get bent. 13, the Swiss master, Diego Gabathuler. I know that's obviously not right.
It could be.
How would you pronounce that?
Sure, Gabathuler. Gabatoulet?
I'm sure it's not. Come on. It's got to be Gabatoulet. Gabatoulet.
I don't know what at Liechtenstein it's more German, so yeah, I don't know. French pronunciation would be Gabatoulet.
Gabatoulet. CEO of Ivoclar Vivadent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big, huge fucking company. Whoever the CEO of that is, whether it be Bob Ganley or Diego here, I'm totally cool with that.
For sure.
12, the Invista visionary, Amir Agdai, CEO of Invista Holdings. Amir Agdai has been a regular fixture on this list since its inception. So that's basically Cabo Kerr Group, Nobel Biocare, Oroscoptic, Dexis.
So Danaher is.
Yeah, the best formerly Danaher.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, huge company.
That's about right.
Number 11, the SSC's new vanguard. Wael Garin, Parag Kachalia, Amanda C. C-A? C.
Sure.
C-A?
Okay.
They're COVID up. They are all new on the list. Props to them. I don't know Wael well. I know him a little bit. So these are the Seattle Study Club's kind of new leadership trio. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm trying to see if it says who does what. I can't remember what their positions are. It doesn't say
really
what their positions
yeah.
are.
Probably just sharing the workload.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, this is basically taking over for Michael Cohen.
Yeah.
So Cohen's off the list and replaced by these three. Cool.
Okay.
I'm super happy for all three of them. This is kind of me being Obsequious Boy and playing my new character, Obsequious Boy.
Does that hurt?
Which is where I just Obsequious Boy doesn't have a voice. This character doesn't have a voice. He's just very obsequious to people in higher positions than him in a organization that is important to my bottom line and that I care for very much. And so this is Obsequious Boy.
Fair enough.
It reminds you, do you remember that Nelly Furtado song, Promiscuous Girl?
I do not.
No, it was like Promiscuous Girl. That's the only part I remember. So now all I can think of is Obsequious Boy. And, so I just hear that in my head.
All right.
I wish, I certainly they announced this over the last year or so or two. And I'm grossly envious of any of these three people.
Hell yeah.
To be in that leadership position at SSE. But, I wish them well. I'm happy for them. And I think SSE hopefully is set up for a long-term success.
Yeah.
Number 10, the multimedia multi-hyphenate Bill Dorfman.
Huh. Did I tell you I met his mom and his sister and cousins?
No.
He had a TV show that he was trying to get Netflix to pick up, and so I was in the audience. And then we took a break. When
the fuck was this?
Nobel Biocare had a symposium in L.A., and I just saw something on social media that he was having a TV show that he was shooting some episodes. Anybody had some time, come on over. And it was in between lectures, and there were a couple of people lecturing that I didn't really want to listen to. So I took a cab over to where he said to go and hung out with him. And they had another episode to do that actually looked kind of interesting because it was about the LEAP leadership thing that my kids end up going to. And so I went to Safeway to get lunch and sat down, and randomly next to these people come to find out it was his mom and his aunt and people. So I got to hang out with them a little bit. And yeah. So if you search on Facebook, you'll see pictures of me, selfies with me and him.
His family is eating lunch at Safeway?
Well, because it was right across the street, and we only had 35 minutes between takes. So we couldn't really go anywhere.
Huh.
Yeah, it was the Dr. Bill show. Did 3 episodes that day, and it never got picked up.
I don't want to get in trouble with Gina.
They're not related.
Because every time I say something about Bill Dorfman, Gina messages me. So I recently spoke to somebody who worked for Bill Dorfman for a while. Yeah? And the stories were wild. One of the weirdest human beings I think that's ever lived.
Could be.
And also, not afraid to say, because he treated Lindsey Vonn, the skier, Tiger Woods' ex-girlfriend, treated Lindsey, and she posted, like, when she was getting her teeth prepped, like right before or after the impression, and I'm pretty sure he used an impression, way to stay up on technology, Buffalo Bill. She posted her preps. Not good veneer preps, Lance. Surprisingly enough, probably not a good dentist.
So like Pizza Man level?
Yeah. I mean, from what I saw of Lindsey Vonn, now I don't know what was there before, right? So,
right. Who knew? Top 10?
But yeah, I mean, it's like, what year is this?
Yeah, I mean, when he was part of Discus
there was
Dental,
a point, like when fucking Extreme Makeover's going on, but like
at that point, he was huge.
Like, did that shit just pop up on Peacock, like streaming, like where they're, where like kids like are all over fucking episodes of Friends from 25 years ago? Like,
yeah, I'm just wondering.
Nobody gives a fuck about Bill Dorfman anymore.
Not anymore. Huh.
Discus hasn't been a thing for a while.
Yeah.
He's not been involved in that.
Yeah, when Phillips and Denmat broke it apart, it's been nothing.
Yeah. Like, what the fucking year are we in? I got to check. What year is this?
It is, well, computer says 2021.
If this is the year that Bill Dorfman should be number 10 on the list, hold on a second. I have to go stop 9/11 from happening.
Exactly. Sounds about right.
I was hoping they get a bigger laugh from you.
I'm still trying to figure out what year it is. It still says 21.
Yeah, well, that's around the time. Like, fuck, 9/11 might be happening if Bill Dorfman is number 10 on the most influential people list. Like,
that's true.
It's like fucking put GV Black up here. Like, you might as well.
Actually, well, maybe he's number 4. You don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not that far. I'm only on the next page. But like, if we're just like scrounging up old stars, then
yeah,
I don't know.
I think you're right.
Number 9, the P&G lifer Kelly Heaps, Vice President, Professional Oral Health, Procter & Gamble, Cincinnati, Ohio.
New to the list.
She's COVID down.
New to the list.
COVID down. Flying in at number 9, top 10, above Frank and Gordon. And that's the thing, is like, now that, like, once you get past that point, they put Bill Dorfman ahead of Frank Spear and John Coyce and Gordon Christensen.
Yeah,
let that fucking sink in. What are you fucking doing, Benco? I don't think, I'm not necessarily saying that the vice president of professional oral health from P&G should not be on this list, but should they be above Frank Spear, John Coyce, and Gordon Christensen? Emphatically, no. I'm sorry, Kelly. I don't know who you are, what you do.
You seem nice, but
however,
it's
I'm sure you're great.
Number.
Probably a huge Bengals fan. She probably loves Joe Burrow. Can't get enough Joey Votto in her life. She loves to eat that chili over noodles.
Yeah.
I don't know anything else about Cincinnati. Travis McElroy lives there from My Brother and Me.
I think that's it.
Why are you above Frank, John, and Gordon? I don't get it. This next one is going to drive you mad, Lance. Do you remember the time that I got so mad I almost threw my computer through the wall when they put Paul Goodman above Frank?
I do recall.
And Gordon and John.
Yeah, I do recall.
You remember that one? It's almost as maddening. Number 8, the modern media mogul, Anthony Baroud, influencer, Chicago, Illinois.
Now, this is fucking bullshit. That's all the TikTok bullshit making the rounds and becoming. He's not even a fucking dentist. He's a dental student. But
this motherfucker, Anthony. Anthony, I need you to write a letter to Benco, and just tell him, like, hey, I appreciate the shouts, but you guys are fucking insane.
They're fucking stupid.
Please put me behind Frank Spear, John Coyce, and Gordon Christensen. Yeah, this kid is a dental student. He's at the University of Illinois at Chicago. He has a TikTok and a YouTube account. He's more than 1.5 million followers and 82 million views. It's all fucking fake. Who gives a fuck? Yeah. It's all. Do you know how many fucking DMs I get that are just like, you can buy 15 million views and run like. It's all fucking fake. No one gives a fuck. This guy isn't 7 spots more influential than John fucking Coyce. What are you doing, Benco? What are you doing?
Did they get like the lottery?
This fucking kid can't cut a class 2. He can't do it. If you gave him a KS1 burr, he couldn't fucking prep a crown to save his life, and he's 7 spots above Gordon Christensen. St. Gordon.
I'll just put this right out
what
there.
Are you doing?
I don't give 2 shits what this guy says. He's not influencing the jack shit out of me. This is stupid. It's ridiculous.
This is the wildest bullshit. At least Paul Goodman's a fucking dentist. Probably not very good, but at least he's a dentist.
Exactly. I don't want to know anything any advice that he has. He hasn't done jack shit. Just like any of those losers that wants to show a ton of shit on Instagram but hasn't had enough time to see their shit
justification. Fail. He has more followers on Instagram than Matt Damon.
Who gives a fuck?
That's their just. I don't. What Matt fucking Damon? Who gives a shit? What has he done to influence dentistry? He's done nothing. He's a fucking dental student. He can't do a sealant. And he's above John Coyce. He's above Frank Spear. If I were John Coyce, Frank Spear, and Gordon Christensen, I would write a letter to Inside the Ledge magazine, tell them, do not put us on your fucking list anymore.
No shit. I love that. My plan after graduating is to find a general dentistry office that encourages me to refine my craft and challenges me on new levels ranging from dentistry to business management. Well, then why the fuck are you an influencer? You don't know shit.
Cool. That's awesome. I have no problem with that. That sounds great. It sounds better than that kid in Washington State who is up his own ass. That's so awesome. Good for you, Anthony. However, you're not number 8. No. I don't care what your YouTube channel says. I've never seen any of your shit. Quite frankly, I don't care. You know why? Because Frank Spear has hours and hours and hours of footage that dentists line up for and pay him hundreds of dollars a year to watch. So who's a bigger influencer?
Exactly.
Frank or Anthony Baroud?
Yeah.
Number 7. The ADA's A-team, Michael Graham and Marko Vujicic. Michael Graham is the Senior Vice President of Government and Public Affairs, basically the ADA's head lobbyist. Marko Vujicic, Chief Economist, Vice President of ADA Health Policy Institute, Chicago, Illinois. Yeah, cool. These guys are top tenors.
Sure.
I'm fine with this. No problem.
Yeah.
It says the marriage counselor, which is weird. Number 6, Don Casey, CEO of Dentsply Sirona.
Yeah, marrying Dentsply to Sirona or vice versa. So that makes sense.
How many years ago was that shit?
Yeah, I don't know.
That was a while ago?
Yeah.
They're COVID up, but it's talking about how they acquired Byte, which is a clear aligner company.
Oh, all right.
None of them fucking matter. None of those clear aligner company. There's only one clear aligner company that fucking matters. Mm-hmm. It's all right. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't be here, but like, why are we even talking about Byte?
Yeah.
It says it's worth noting too that Dentsply Sirona capped off 2020 by acquiring Byte, the $1 billion all-cash deal to buy a clear $1 billion for a shitty do-it-yourself clear aligner company.
Number 5.
The top doc at Walmart, Cheryl Pegas. What does Cheryl do?
She pegs us.
She pegas. Cheryl Pegas. It's probably Pegas. It's almost worse.
Pegu? I don't know. It's
Pegu?
Sure.
Executive Vice President of Health and Wellness at Walmart. I've still yet to see a Walmart that has a fucking dental office in it.
Yeah,
Have
I
you?
haven't seen one. I
No,
keep hearing about
never
it.
Seen
People
it.
keep telling me it's happening.
But Cheryl is above Frank Spear. Just FYI. Not only is she above, she's 10 spots above Frank. Let that sink in. We had our Walmart guy last year. I don't remember what his name was.
Yeah.
Roshan Parikh. He was number 7.
All right.
He left his post for undisclosed reasons this March.
Oh.
The company has not designated anyone as its head of dental, so health and wellness is fully Dr. Pegasus' show.
She's a cardiologist.
No, Pegasus. Oh, cool. Awesome.
All right.
Great job, Benco. Amazing job again. Has Walmart influenced your practice even one iota?
I was out of floss one day and
you went to Walmart to get some.
Actually, I went to go get some needles to do my Botox, and they had some insulin syringes, so I did. They influenced, helped me in a pinch.
Number 5, baby, 5 on the list. Number 4 is the fucking biggest
bullshit
cop out of all time. The entrepreneurial dentist, the self-starter, business-minded, newly energized dentist everywhere, every town USA. This is basically you, like when Time Magazine was like, the person of the year is you. Yeah. So fucking
it's
lazy.
Cop out. All right.
All right.
Number 3.
Number 3 is Renee, the NIDCR's new boss, Renee D'Souza, Director, National Institute of Dental and Craniofacial Research, Washington, D.C. Last year we had the previous head, Martha Summerman. I don't know what number she was on the list. Has anything the National Institute of Dental and Craniofacial Research? I mean, obviously this is an important position. I just don't think that 3 is the right number.
Right.
Here.
Yeah. I would say correct. Be on the list, but be in the 20s.
This seems like a 27 kind. This seems like a lower right canine sort of deal. This isn't an upper right first molar.
Yeah.
This is the lower right canine. Yeah, maybe getting closer to the posterior in the lower right for numbers. Not saying it's not important. Obviously, the National Institute of Dental Research is important. However, I will honestly tell you, the average dentist, when do you think they last read a journal article?
It's been a while.
I would say on average, it's never.
Right. I can't think of any
that I've and read an article for like a full journal, like NIDCR. Right. I'm not talking about fucking shit in JADA or like, whatever, the shit that we're publishing in dental economics.
The shit we're going to write about is going to influence the Shine people and what they develop and send out. So it's an indirect influence.
Yeah, and it's obviously important, and that data, I'm not saying it's not important. I'm just saying she's not 3.
Right. Hell no.
She's not 3. She's not number 3.
No.
Number 2, the global implant king, Guillaume Daniel.
Daniello.
How would you say that? Daniello?
Usually the 2 L's is going to be kind of a Y, but there's not an E after it, so you're going to say the L. So it'd be Daniello.
Daniello? Mm-hmm. Last year was 25. It's a big fucking sweep, man. That's a... If you were ranked 25 in college football, how on earth could you jump to 2? Blow out like the number 1 team in the country. You have to blow out Alabama. You're like Boise State. You blow out Alabama like 48-0.
Blow or blow out, one of the two.
As CEO of Straumann,
it's a big deal.
All right. All right. So 2. Did Straumann come out with something new or crazy this year?
I don't think so.
Last year's 25. So what changed between last year and this year?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess they do clear correct. That's part of their thing. Maybe because of all the aligners going on, they're right.
No, that's clear. Isn't clear correct?
This company first ventured into aligners with its $150 million purchase in 2017 of ClearCorrect, a Texas-based global manufacturer of invisible braces. So it still seems a little late to be riding that wave.
Byte was $1 billion acquisition.
Yeah, so they got a bargain.
But it's all fucking. It's all pennies compared to the dollars for number 1.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like any other clear aligner venture is quite frankly bullshit compared to the fucking giant. Like, so what else has Strawman done? Like, I'm not saying Guillaume. Is that William? Is that is that French for William?
It is.
I'm not saying Bill here doesn't deserve to be on the list. I'm just questioning it number 2.
Maybe because it's $21 billion of net worth or market capitalization.
Okay, but like, all right, so what's 3M? What's a market cap on 3M?
Yeah.
What's a market cap on Dentsply Sirona?
Yeah, I don't know.
What's a market cap on...
I don't know. I get the feeling that this list is like those ping pong balls when they're doing the lottery, and they just...
Well, that's what it fucking seems like.
Because...
That's what it seems like. Like, I just don't like... How do you go from 25 to 2 when, like, I can't tell you anything specifically that... I love Strawman, don't get me wrong. But what did they do last year that deserves jumping from 25 to 2?
Yeah.
I just don't get it. You should be on the list. I just don't know about 2.
Yeah, I don't know.
Seems interesting.
It's certainly suspicious, but...
I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying it's suspicious. I'm just saying it's stupid.
Okay, that's the better word.
I don't think there's a great conspiracy here.
That wasn't mean it's just conspiracy. It's just doesn't seem there. But number 1 makes sense.
Number 1, they fucking nailed the bullet. Yeah. It's our good friend from Align Technology, Joey Hogan, the Joe Man, the Joho. You may call him Joe Hogan. He's our Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Director, CEO, president, director, Align Technology, San Jose, California. Last year, number 2. This year, number 1, replacing Eric Wenzel from 3M, who apparently fell off a fucking cliff.
Yeah, where the hell did he go?
3M, nowhere to be found, which is weird to me. Seems like, I feel like 3M's a bigger company than Strawman. I might be wrong. I don't know. Certainly bigger than but lest you forget that Kylie Jenner or Kendall Jenner or one of the fucking Jenners is on this list, but nobody from 3M because, we all know where our loyalties lie.
Yeah.
We've talked about Align Tech stock before and how it's up like $300 this year.
Yeah.
It's exocad plus iTero plus... They're the only clear aligner company that matters.
Right.
Everybody who's Me-Tooing clear aligners... They don't have the data. They don't have the infrastructure. They don't have any of that stuff. And they don't have David Galler, which is a huge part of it as well. Invisalign is just, they just are best. They have the most data, which means that they can predict how teeth are going to move and how teeth do move better. They're the best plastic. They have a patent on their plastic. Like, it's just the best system. It's the most turnkey best system you can do. It's the name. It's the fucking Kleenex. It's the Band-Aid. Right. It's the Coke. It's like no one can compete.
Starts and ends with them.
And if you tell a patient like, oh, we're going to do Invisalign on you, and then you deliver Clear Correct or Sure Smile or Bite or any of those other bullshit companies, the patient's fucking disappointed. They wanted Invisalign. You told them you're into Invisalign. Yeah. So this guy, my good friend Joe, who I've never met, but I feel like I've cashed a few of his checks.
I feel like you could be best friends.
I would love to meet Joe. I'm hoping to meet Joe at IDS. I don't know if Joe's going to be there. If so, you better damn well believe I'm going to get a selfie with Joe.
Well, I'm going to be the one holding my camera's light at you to get the right shading for you.
Well, no, Coachman's guys are going to do that, dude. Come on. Coachman's lackeys. Oh, yeah. Let's go back a little bit. Yeah, well, that's true. We have the co-founders of the Smile Design Society, Simone Ellison, Micah Joy Vega on here, but no Coachman to be found. So the society founders, yeah, let's put them on the cusp. But Coachman, the guy who fucking came up with the idea, nowhere to be found.
Fuck him, is what they said.
Joe, my guy, Align's the biggest company in the industry. Between iTero, between exocad, between Invisalign, they crush. They're the most valuable stock in dentistry. Joey's the man. So they actually got one right. So, I'm glad they nailed number 1. The rest of the list, there's people that deserve to be on there. Mm-hmm. The order is all fucked up. And in my opinion, number 2 should be Gordon Christensen, John Coyce, and Frank Spear.
Yeah, that's about right.
I don't know. And like why Bill Dorfman is on this list, I have no idea. Why Kendall fucking Jenner is on this list, I have no idea. Why a dental student who has a YouTube channel is on this list, I have no fucking idea. Why the Smile Direct Club is on here when their stock is fucking tanking, I have no idea. We do have a little addendum at the end. Also, somebody's on the cusp of like whose company makes something that you put over an extraction socket for you to brush your teeth. All right. But Coachman is not anywhere to be found. We have the 10 youth movement. These student influencers, I just want to punch. I want to punch the monitor. I just want to take my fist. I want to take my hand and ball it into a fist and literally punch it through the glass screen of my computer. I want to. I don't.
I don't even want to see this list.
I don't want to live in this. These student influencers, adept digital natives, all are using social media to promote dentistry, mentor others. How can you mentor anybody? You're fucking dental students. Crack jokes. Maybe. And share their hard... Oh, God, this fucking website. Hold on. I looked at my mouse, and so it changed 18 pages. And share their hard-won wisdom with their peers and followers. You got Tyler Brown. He's got 4,700 followers. Garrett Hawley has 106,000 followers. Why isn't he on number 2 on the list then?
Yeah.
Because that other guy was like, oh, he has more than Matt Damon, so he should be on the list. This guy's got 106K. He uses TikTok to share the fun side of dentistry. Garrett, let me let you in on a little secret, buddy. There's no fucking fun side of dentistry. I'm going to give you 3.5 years. You're going to fucking hate all this.
Yeah.
You're going to hate it. Just like the rest of us do. We fucking hate it. Charlotte Giorgio. She's got 7,800 followers. She's also at Tufts. You got a couple Tufts here. One's Garrett with 106,000 followers. Is that Lecom? I don't know where Lecom is.
I don't know.
No idea. Valentina Leonette. She's got 2,700 followers. David Martin, also at Tufts. Jesus, this fucking school full of influencers.
I guess so.
I do not want to go to Tufts. I do not want to speak at Tufts.
Not now.
4,300. Josie Tokarev, 4,008. Cameron Pacadamian. He's at Western University, 7,800. Priscilla Wu. I actually know Priscilla. She's got 1,300 followers. I don't think that's right. That seems low. I think they may have had a misprint there. And Priscilla used to come to my office to shadow.
Oh, yeah?
And she's a good girl. I like her. But I feel like she has more followers than that. 1,401. So she's up by 100.
Okay.
Sammy Solomon, ASDOH. No idea where that is. I guess AT Still, Dental, something health. I don't know. 4,600. And then Michael Yu at Western University. Again, I don't know where that is. They cut off his description, and you have to flip a few more pages to find.
To read the interview.
That sucks for him. He's got 9,000 followers.
Huh.
I don't understand. I just don't understand the need to put these people, the need to, it drives me wild. Again, I will say it again. It's all fucking fake.
Yeah.
All of it is fake.
Total bullshit.
None of it is real. It's all bullshit.
This is the Matrix.
There's 4 influencers in dentistry, and they are Frank, John, Greg, and Gordon. That's it. Those are the guys, right? And then all the rest is sort of like business industry bullshit, whatever. All right, cool. But this fact that we're putting a dental student 10 spots above Frank Spear because he has more followers than Matt Damon literally makes me want to fucking kill myself. It makes me want to kill myself. It really does. It's like I guess I would look at it as like, all right, I'm on the team of those guys, right? Like those are the guys I root for. I'm a fan of those guys. And then they show up to the tournament and they're just like ousted, you know?
Right.
And it's just like, yeah, it fucking hurts, man. It hurts to see that. It hurts to see the guys that you're a fan of not be higher on a list, and then you look ahead of the list like, fuck, we're better than all those guys, you know? Like Gordon and John and Greg and Frank are better than all of those guys, you know?
Yeah.
And I just don't know why it's not boring to put them at 2. It's not.
No, not at all.
You want to throw Kendall Jenner in on like the on the cusp or whatever as a funny haha. Cool. But like this was all in earnest, you know? Like this was all like there wasn't a joke there.
Right.
It was all just like, oh, she made a whitening pen, so automatically she's in the top 20.
Yeah.
Like it's just wild. I just don't understand it. And I know that they make this list to get us talking about it, which we do every year. And every year at some point, we both lose our minds and start screaming into the microphone at the same time. And this year, it's no different. I just don't get it.
It's crazy town.
It's like, you know that meeting, DIA? Your friend, the Pacific Northwest OMS guy runs this deal. And I remember seeing a couple people that spoke at it, a couple friends of mine like Pam Maragliano Muniz and Rob Ritter. And like outside the room, when you like, you know, at the sign that's like outside the room, there's like, here's the Pam's lecture. You know, if you're coming to Pam's lecture, here it is. Like whatever the title of it is, whatever. It has on it the number of followers she has on Instagram.
Gotcha.
Why does that fucking matter? Like none of this shit matters.
Yeah.
What matters is that Frank, John, and Gordon have been doing this for fucking decades.
Yeah.
And they have armies behind them. And they have, you know, people that will pay tens of thousands of dollars to see them speak and to do what they say to do. That's worth more followers than Matt Damon. I'm sorry. It just is. And since when is that the fucking benchmark?
Yeah. Yeah. It's... I don't want to live in this world.
It's awful. I hate all of it. I hate everything. How are we going to dig the show out of this weird hole?
I don't know. Maybe just end it right here. Click.
This issue, this list has made us so just disgruntled at everything that we just can't go on anymore. We can't do that because I have a fucking banger of a question next week that is literally amazing.
All right.
And so
All right.
this question is so good. So that's the only thing I have that's going to keep us going.
All right.
To get us through thinking about the fact that Bill Dorfman ranks above Frank Spear on the fucking list. Oh my God. I hate everything. Do you have a song for this week, Lance?
I do.
Please let it be something about a fucking train wreck of some sort.
In a way.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right, let me tie a bow on this fucking Titanic venture. Headed down to Davy Jones's locker. We just hit that list as our fucking iceberg. Obsequious boy. Hey, if you hate this list as much as we do, tell a friend. If you have friends that hate this list as much as we do, please tell them. That's how we grow the show, one new Benco List hater at a time. Be sure to hit us up with a review. Lance, what's your favorite number?
Well, I'm usually a fan of 5.
Who is 5 on the list? I'll go back.
Jesus.
Oh, Cheryl pegged us.
Oh, all right.
If you're a big fan of Cheryl pegged us, then click 5 stars. iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify. For flicking through Podbean, flick 5 stars. Hit us up on the web, workinginferences.com. Hit us up on all the social bullshit. Facebook, Working Interferences, Josh and Lance, or Funny Shit for Dentists and Dental Team members. Twitter at Winterferences, Instagram at Winterferences. Lance can be found on Instagram at DR Timmerman DMD. I can be found on Instagram at Joshua Austin DDS. Smash that follow button. Would smash. Lance, tell me about your song.
So, would you describe me as fairly woke? Okay.
No.
So, my contribution this week is...
You've said a couple things that we had to edit out before because they were pretty unwoke.
More than a couple.
Yeah, so no, I would not.
So then this is my attempt at maybe, I don't know. Does the name Soak as a singer sound familiar?
Doak.
Soak. S-O-A-K.
Doak.
Soak.
Soak?
Soak. S-O-A-K. Bridie Mons Watson is their original name, but they have recently changed pronouns to, and they're going by the stage name of Soak from Derry, Northern Ireland. And Soak is a phonetic portmanteau of soul and folk. And this is one of my classic. I'm waiting for Holly to change the changing room or something. I hear a song, I'm like, oh, that's kind of catchy, and I, Shazam it, and like, oh, okay, Soak, huh? So I like the song "Knock Me Off My Feet."
That's exactly what this fucking list did.
So it's not a bad song title for the list.
Yeah,
Knock me off
my feet. Well, I'm looking forward to Doak or Soak or Bulk or Polk.
Uh-huh.
I still
it's
can't.
Fine. They don't mind.
Figure out exactly what you're
They're
saying.
They're okay with it.
I'm sure we'll catch it at the end, so I'm looking forward to it. For Lance Timmerman, I'm Josh Waston. Peace, and fall off a fucking curb, Benco, inside the Ledge magazine. List makers, your list is terrible. We hate it. We hate it. We hate it. We hate it. But Joe Hogan is number one is great. Thank you. Bye.